So I've had a day to process all this, and a lot of you already know how I feel about this case and then the other cases, especially the Karen Read trial, and how this case mimics the Karen Read case on just the opposite way. And I already think this is a psyop. I think we are literally watching the dismantling of the judicial system, along with a few other things. But back a couple years ago, this is my first account. I was messaged by a woman that was dressed up at Disney World, had like glasses on, but literally looked just like Stacy Chapin. And I'm not kidding. And said that I need to focus on other things because Brian is involved and is the mastermind of this, but not in the way anybody thinks. And at the time I was like, what? Bitch, you're crazy. But now that I fully believe that this is not what it appears to be at all about any 4 murders or anything, if you think about this on a like psyop level, especially when it comes to the judicial system, I'm like, it's not fair for anyone at all. The families, Brian's family, anyone. Because Brian had no chance anyway because he had a public defender. Ann Taylor was a public defender. So she was getting paid by the state. So to say that she's not compromised at all either, in which I fully feel like she's really trying to prove Brian's innocent, because he is. I fully believe that Brian is innocent, and all this is showing how fucked up our system is, because you have the state. State doesn't bring plea deals like this to the table if they think that they have enough to convict to death, and especially a fucking firing squad. Now, if you think about it on Brian's end, wouldn't you want this to go away if you know that you're getting railroaded everywhere you go? Like, they can't even bring in who they feel like they did it. They have people that probably have more compromising situations with those 4 than Brian ever did. That could have been alternate suspects, and they're every single thing that Ann is bringing to the table, the judge is telling him to fuck off. Why? Because the judge has ties to 1122 King Roadhouse. He worked for the law company that works for the University of Idaho. So you don't think that he doesn't know what's going on behind the scenes? Is not getting, come on now. These people hang out at like golf course fucking country clubs and and drink and talk shit together. It happens in my fucking town. The state's attorney used to go to the same fucking bar, which is the country club here. It's actually the fucking Elks. The state's attorney would go out and drink with the judges, the lawyers, all of it. It's one big fucking club. And if you don't have money, you don't do anything. And then you have all these families of the 4 who I haven't seen any of them do an interview together at all. Period. You have the Chapins who think that they're too good to do any interviews other than, the Twilight Star podcast, Amazon, all these freaking I don't even know, like something con, I don't know, where she spoke at the true crime thing or whatever. And then if you think about Karen Read, let me show you about Karen Read for a second. Hold on. How is that fair? She got $91 million in freaking donations to pay for her attorneys. $91 million. And everybody thought she was innocent and was like going into it. They even showed like when her SUV was going into the garage and how they were fucking with time. It's the same way in the Kohberger case and all that footage from the morning, like the Linda Lane cameras. There's hours of gaps in between the videos that they have spliced out so you can't see what's going on. And they won't even admit that into court. Ann's on her 25th requests for discovery because they don't have the evidence to give because they made it all up and fabricated it. But Brian's screwed. Karen had the money. Money talks, y'all. And if you don't see how these counteract with each other, and you have the interview with Emily Allant and Hunter Johnson the same freaking day, hours before came out, before the stupid ass plea deal shit, and then you got Steve blabbing his mouth hours after. If you don't think this is all not put together in some sort of little cozy correlation, like, come on, they're all in bed together, and this is what it's exposing. And I wish people could see it, like see it the way I see it. Patterns don't lie, and the patterns between all these cases, all these big cases right now, is literally, we're watching the dismantling of the judicial system. And I'm sorry, I'm on my way to work and it's early and I can't talk, but anyway, I'll probably think of some more stuff to talk about. But this is, I really wish I could get you guys to see the patterns and to think of this not on a real level, but more of a way to dismantle the judicial system in real time. Like, we are witnessing it in real time. But that's all for now.